USS Minneapolis CA-36 was a New Orleans-class cruiser that fought at the Coral Sea, Midway, Guadalcanal, and Tasafranga, the invasion of the Gilbert and Marshall Island, the battle off the Philippine Sea, and the invasion of the Marina Island, the Palawan Island, and the Philippines, the Battle of Leyte Gulf, and the early part of the invasion of Okinawa. The ship had received 16 battle stars for World War II service. The Minneapolis was laid down in June 1931, launched in September 1933, and commissioned in May 1934. Her shakedown cruiser took her to Europe. Then in April 1935, she joined Cruiser Division 7 off the scouting force at San Diego. She was based on the Pacific coast until 1940, when she was moved to Pearl Harbor. She was 174.96 meters long, with a beam of 18.84 meters. Its draught was 5.91 meters, and the displacement at surface was 9,950 tons. She had a top speed of 32.7 knots. She was armed with a 9x8-inch 55 cal, which were the main guns, and 3 triple mount on 3 turrets, 8x5-inch 25 caliber anti-aircraft gun, and an 8x0.50 caliber, which were the anti-aircraft heavy machine guns. The Minneapolis fought at the Battle of the Coral Sea on May 4th through the 8th, 1942, forming part of the anti-aircraft screen for the Lexington. That carrier was eventually sunk, and the Minneapolis helped rescue her crew. The Minneapolis was present at the Battle of Midway of June 1942, again helping to protect the carriers. She then moved south to take part in the landing of Guadalcanal and Talayuan on August 7th through 9th, 1942. After the first landing, she supported the carriers and towed the Saratoga to safety after she was hit by a Japanese torpedo on August 30th. After the incident, she remained in the Guadalcanal area and was used to support troops that landed west of Lunga Point on Guadalcanal and later on Fungafruti, a small island in Talavita. The Minneapolis took part in the Battle of Tasafranga on November 30th, 1942, which saw a U.S. force attempt to stop a Japanese force bring reinforcements to Guadalcanal. During the battle, she was hit by 2 torpedoes, one on the point bow and one in number 2 fire room. She lost the front part of her bow. 2 fire rooms were exposed to the water, and she lost power, but her crew managed to keep her afloat and got her to relative safety at Talangi. There she was camouflaged to hide her from the Japanese aircraft, and basic repairs were carried out. She was then able to make her way back to Mare Island on the U.S. West Coast for full repairs. The Minneapolis was back in service by August 1943. She took part in the bombardment of Wake Island on October 5th. She then supported the invasion of Macon in the Gilbert Island on November 20th through December 4th in 1943. She was part of the carrier screen for pre-invasion attacks on Kewagan and Majuro in the Marshall Island, then supported the landing in the Marshall Island. In March through April, she supported the carriers as they raided the Palawan Island, Trunk, Satanga, and Ponape. On June 4th, she took part in the pre-invasion bombardment of Sapon in the Marine Island. The Japanese response to this attack was their last great carrier attack of the war, but their resulting Battle of the Philippine Sea, June 19th through the 20th, was a disaster for them. With hundreds of aircrafts lost, the Minneapolis joined TF-58 for this battle and provided part of the anti-aircraft screen for the carriers. She suffered one near miss from the Japanese bomb, but didn't suffer significant damage. She was able to stay with the fleet, and from July 8th to August 9th, she provided direct support from the troops fighting on Guam. She was congratulated for her efforts by General A. H. Turenne, commander of the 3rd Marine Division on Guam. Minneapolis Peak. She carried a crew of more than 700 officers and enlisted men. About 45 men died that were on the ship during the war.